Hey guys, welcome back. As a new shooter, you might be feeling a little intimidated, but that's just because you're not familiar with your firearm or know how to handle it safely just yet. If you can relate to this, don't worry, you're not alone. And honestly, it's a good thing to be cautious, especially when you're handling firearms. At All Things Firearms, we know how important firearm safety is, so we wanted to share with you some universal safety rules that'll get you a little bit more comfortable and confident when you're working with your firearm.
Always treat your firearm as if it's loaded, no matter what. Even if someone assures you that that firearm is empty, always check for yourself. Lock the slide back, inspect the firearm, make sure it's empty every time. The truth is, negligent discharges and injuries can be avoided by following this #1 rule.
This next rule follows rule #1 very carefully, and that's to never point the muzzle of your firearm at anything you are not intending to shoot. Your muzzle is the very end of your barrel where the bullet exits the firearm. Keeping this in a safe direction at all times, meaning pointing away from your body and not pointing at anyone else, is paramount. Like rule #1, following this rule will help you avoid any of those unnecessary injuries from a negligent discharge.
Rule #3 is a huge one, and we hope you take this as seriously as we do. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you are absolutely ready to shoot. This is your first safety. It is so important and so vital that you always keep this off the trigger. We cannot stress this rule enough. The firearm itself is not the dangerous part. This is the dangerous part. Although many guns have their own safeties, they're mechanical. You have control over your trigger finger. Therefore, your #1 safety is right here. Keep it off the trigger.
And of course, there are more than 3 things to be mindful of when you're handling a firearm. However, these 3 fundamental rules will keep you safe, and they should always be strictly followed. If you are a new shooter and you want to become even more comfortable and proficient, make sure you hit subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all things firearms. Thank you for joining us, and again, stay safe out there.